Hello, good evening and welcome to the Competitive Edge's Daily Current Affairs series. Today is 25th July 2026 evening. We are here to help aspirants of UPSC, State Public Service Commissions like APPSC, Group 1, Group 2, SSC, Junior College Lecturers, Degree College Lecturers, Police SI, RBI, Bank PO exams, Railways, Defence and CTET. Let's dive straight into the news. Moving on to news related to national. Fisherwomen livelihood crisis in Tamil Nadu. Fisherwomen in Tamil Nadu are facing extreme livelihood insecurity due to rising sea temperatures, marine pollution, and ecological degradation. Key facts. The crisis affects coastal communities primarily through dwindling fish catch and changing sea patterns. Rising sea surface temperature directly impacts marine ecosystems and fish habitat. Key stakeholders include traditional fisherwomen who handle post-harvest fish processing and marketing. Static GK, Tamil Nadu has the second longest coastline in India after Gujarat, measuring approximately 1,076 kilometers. Historical ministerial resignations in India. The history of Indian governance features notable ministerial resignations, from Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri in 1956 to recent political exits. Background: Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri set a high moral precedent by resigning as railway minister in 1956 following a major train accident in Ariyalur. Key facts: Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri resigned in the year 1956 taking moral responsibility for a railway accident. Ministerial resignations in India occur either due to moral accountability, political pressure, or policy disagreements. Constitutional references. Article 75 of the Constitution of India deals with the collective responsibility of the Council of Ministers to the House of the People. Prime Minister Modi enquires about Assam floods. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi spoke with the Assam Chief Minister to assess the flood situation and offered full support from the Union government. Key facts. The Prime Minister reviewed relief operations and the extent of devastation caused by monsoon floods in Assam. The Union government assured comprehensive assistance for rescue and rehabilitation. Static GK. Assam is bounded by Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh to the north, Nagaland and Manipur to the east, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, and Bangladesh to the south, and West Bengal to the west. Supreme Court concerns on in-laws in marital disputes. The Supreme Court of India voiced serious concern over remote relatives, such as in-laws and aunts, being unnecessarily dragged into criminal cases arising from marital discord. Key facts. The top court reviewed a divorce decree granted by mutual consent. The case highlighted the misuse of criminal provisions against distant family members in matrimonial disputes. Constitutional references. Article 142 of the Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court to pass any decree or order necessary for doing complete justice in any cause or matter pending before it. Resignation of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Union Education Minister Shri Dharmendra Pradhan tendered his resignation amid mounting nationwide protests over competitive examination paper leaks. Key facts. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan announced his resignation via social media platform X. The resignation follows continuous political pressure and student protests regarding institutional vulnerabilities in public examinations. Static GK. The Ministry of Education was formerly known as the Ministry of Human Resource Development. Chandipura virus surveillance in Rajasthan. Rajasthan stepped up public health surveillance after two diseased children tested positive for the emerging Chandipura virus. Background: the Chandipura virus is a member of the Rhabdoviridae family, first isolated in Maharashtra in the year 1965. Key facts: the virus primarily affects children aged below 15 years. It causes rapid onset of fever, flu-like symptoms, and acute encephalitis, leading to brain inflammation. It is a vector-borne pathogen, primarily transmitted by phlebotomine sandflies. Shortcut to remember: CHV. Children, heat, vectors, sandflies. Great Nicobar Project controversy. Member of Parliament Shri Jairam Ramesh wrote to Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh asserting that the Great Nicobar Project is primarily commercial rather than strategic. Key facts: the letter questions the strategic necessity cited for the multi-thousand crore infrastructure project in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Environmentalists and opposition leaders have raised concerns regarding ecological degradation and the impact on indigenous tribes. Static GK: the Great Nicobar Island is the southernmost island of the Nicobar Islands archipelago in the Indian Ocean. Resignation of Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan formally stepped down from his portfolio as Union Education Minister following intense public scrutiny over exam security. Key facts: the announcement was made public via official statements and social media posts. The development marks a significant political event concerning administrative accountability in higher education bodies. Jharkhand voter list revision and deceased voters. Data released by the Election Commission of India revealed that Jharkhand recorded over 6 lakh deceased voters among uncollectible enumeration forms. Key facts: total uncollectible enumeration forms stood at 25,85,506. Number of deceased voters identified was 6,14,639. Number of untraceable or absent electors was 5,96,575. Data compiled and published by the Election Commission of India. Static GK: the Election Commission of India is an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for administering election processes in India under Article 324. Constitutional references. Article 324 of the Constitution of India provides for the superintendence, direction, and control of elections to be vested in an election commission. Tamil Nadu AI-enabled grievance redressal for public distribution system. The government of Tamil Nadu is set to sign a memorandum of understanding with the central government for an artificial intelligence-enabled grievance redressal system for public distribution system beneficiaries. Background: the state government aims to streamline district-level administration before officially inking the memorandum of understanding. Key facts: target beneficiaries include those under the public distribution system. The system utilizes artificial intelligence for efficient grievance redressal. District-level officers are being integrated into the framework prior to the Memorandum of Understanding signing. Static GK: public distribution system in India operates under the joint responsibility of the central and state governments. Urban diets and gut microbiome study in India. A scientific study is investigating how urban diets alter the human gut microbiome, potentially linking lifestyle shifts to rising diabetes rates in urbanizing India. Key facts: the study focuses on the link between urban dietary habits and gut microbiome composition. Altered gut flora is identified as a potential factor contributing to the surge in diabetes cases across India. Urbanization is erasing traditional dietary fibers and nutrients essential for gut health. Proposed anti-cheating bill to curb exam malpractices. The central government has proposed a stringent new bill to curb examination malpractices by increasing prison sentences and financial penalties. Key facts targeted at both individual and institutional offenders involved in examination paper leaks and cheating. Features substantially increased maximum imprisonment sentences. Proposes a steep hike in financial penalties for guilty institutions and individuals. West Bengal Finance Minister places Controller and Auditor General reports. State Finance Minister Shri Swapan Dasgupta placed the Controller and Auditor General reports in the West Bengal Legislative Assembly. Key facts, reports placed by Finance Minister Shri Swapan Dasgupta. The state government proposed a future special session of the Assembly specifically to discuss these Controller and Auditor General reports. Static GK, the Controller and Auditor General of India audits the accounts of the union and state governments and submits reports to the President or Governor. Constitutional references. Article 151 of the Constitution of India mandates that the reports of the Controller and Auditor General of India relating to the accounts of a state shall be submitted to the Governor, who shall cause them to be laid before the legislature of the state. Citizens for Justice and Peace notice to Delhi Police on Jantar Mantar detentions. Citizens for Justice and Peace appealed to the Delhi Police Commissioner to seize unlawful detentions and obstruction of essential supplies at Jantar Mantar. Key facts, the appeal was directed to the Delhi Police Commissioner. Highlighted unlawful detention of protesters and obstruction of food and essential supplies at Jantar Mantar. Citizens for Justice and Peace emphasized that Jantar Mantar is a designated protest site, not a prison. Constitutional references, Article 19, 1A and Article 19, 1B of the Constitution of India guarantee freedom of speech and expression and the right to assemble peaceably without arms. Karnataka plans fruit orchards on government land for rural employment. Karnataka Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Minister Shri Eshwar Khande proposed raising fruit orchards on government land to generate rural employment and local body revenue. Key facts, orchards to be developed on government land. Proposed leasing mechanism, annual transparent auction process. Target beneficiaries, unemployed youth from respective villages. Initiative proposed by Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Minister Shri Eshwar Khande. Static GK, Rural Development and Panchayat Raj departments in states manage grassroots development, rural employment and local governance funding. Anti-paper leak legislation and fast-track courts. A new bill mandates that investigations into paper leak cases be completed within 2 months and trials concluded within 3 months. Key facts, investigations must be completed within 2 months. States and union territories will set up fast-track courts. Trials must be finished within 3 months of filing the charge sheet. Resignation over NET paper leak controversy. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan resigned from his post amid widespread protests and student concerns over the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test paper leak row. Key facts, the resignation follows intense protests regarding the NET paper leak. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan stated the decision was to protect the interests of the youth rather than individual prestige. Assam flood situation. The flood situation in Assam remains critical, with the death toll rising and hundreds of villages inundated. Key facts, over 56,606 hectares of cropland have been damaged by floodwaters. A total of 856 villages across 37 revenue circles are affected. The death toll has climbed to 61. Static GK, Assam experiences annual flooding primarily due to the Brahmaputra River and its tributaries overflowing during the monsoon season. Rainwater harvesting and groundwater recharge in Telangana. State leaders emphasized rainwater harvesting as a social responsibility, citing ancient water management systems. Key facts: tanks and ponds constructed during the Kakatiya and Nizam periods serve as models for rainwater conservation. Focus is placed on groundwater recharge and community-driven social responsibility. Static GK, the Kakatiya dynasty, 12th to 14th century, is historically renowned for constructing extensive irrigation tanks in the Telangana region. Dharmendra Pradhan resigns over NET paper leak. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan stepped down from office following student protests and accountability demands regarding the NET examination leakage. Key facts: resignation cited student welfare and accountability. Triggered by nationwide protests regarding the NET paper leak. Karnataka partners with Anthropic for AI in governance. The government of Karnataka partnered with artificial intelligence firm Anthropic to integrate AI into governance and education. Key facts: partnership aims to explore artificial intelligence applications in public governance and education, aimed at building a globally competitive artificial intelligence ecosystem in Karnataka. Anti-NEET protest in Tamil Nadu. The anti-NEET sit-in protest entered its sixth day in Tamil Nadu, with medical professionals and doctors joining the stir. Background: the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test has been a point of political and social contention in Tamil Nadu, with the state legislature passing resolutions seeking exemption from the exam. Key facts: the sit-in protest entered its sixth day. Medical professionals and doctors joined the agitation on 28 July. The protest is centered around the opposition to the NEET examination system in Tamil Nadu. Constitutional references: Entry 25 of Concurrent List, Education, of the 7th Schedule of the Constitution of India. Kaveri issue: Tamil Nadu opposes Mekedatu project. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister raised objections and drew backlash over proposed bilateral talks concerning the Kaveri water sharing dispute. Background: Tamil Nadu has consistently opposed Karnataka's proposal to construct a balancing reservoir at Mekedatu across the Kaveri River, asserting it violates existing water sharing tribunals and Supreme Court directives. Key facts: the dispute involves the Kaveri River water sharing between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The core point of contention is the proposed Mekedatu balancing reservoir project by Karnataka. Tamil Nadu claims the reservoir will adversely affect its agricultural interests and downstream water flow. Constitutional references: Article 262 of the Constitution of India, adjudication of disputes relating to waters of interstate rivers or river valleys. Telangana leads in cybercrime money restoration. The Telangana Cyber Security Bureau announced that the state leads the nation in restoring victim money using the MRM module. Background: the MRM module is a digital framework integrated with financial intermediaries and law enforcement agencies to quickly freeze and restore defrauded funds to cybercrime victims. Key facts: Telangana Cyber Security Bureau Director is SMT Shikha Goyal. Telangana ranks among the top states in using the MRM module. The focus is on returning defrauded money directly to cybercrime victims. Static GK, headquarters of Telangana Cyber Security Bureau, is located in Hyderabad, Telangana. Lakshman Kumar appointed to Telangana government committees. Shri Lakshman Kumar has been inducted into two key Telangana government committees to examine subclassification within reservations. Background: the categorization and subclassification within scheduled castes and scheduled tribes reservation brackets have been a subject of extensive legal and social debate regarding equitable distribution of benefits. Key facts: Shri Lakshman Kumar was inducted into two key government committees. The committees will examine issues relating to subclassification within scheduled castes and scheduled tribes reservation categories. Recommendations will be submitted to the government on the future roadmap. Constitutional references: Articles 341 and 342 of the Constitution of India. Manipal Health Initial Public Offering. Manipal Health announced its initial public offering valued at 9,275 crore rupees, scheduled to open from 29th July. Background: initial public offerings allow private companies to raise capital from public investors by listing on stock exchanges. Key facts: the initial public offering size is 9,275 crore rupees. Opening date is 29th July. It is the second biggest public issue of the year after SBI Funds Management's 11,693 crore rupees public issue. Moving on to news related to international. President Draupadi Murmu addresses Indian diaspora in Romania. President SMT Draupadi Murmu lauded the Indian diaspora in Romania during her official visit, praising their contribution to strengthening bilateral ties. Key facts: President Murmu highlighted the active role of Indian professionals and students in the Romanian economy. The visit aimed to bolster diplomatic, economic, and cultural relations between India and Romania. Static GK: Bucharest is the capital of Romania, and its currency is the Romanian leu. Decline of global migratory bird species. A recent study highlights that more than half of the world's migratory bird species are currently experiencing population declines. Key facts: more than 50% of global migratory bird species are in decline. Habitat loss, climate change, and overexploitation are primary drivers. Migratory birds cross international borders, requiring coordinated global conservation efforts. Indian crew safe after attack on vessel in Iranian waters. The Indian embassy confirmed that all 28 Indian crew members on board a Mozambique-flagged vessel are safe following an attack in Iranian territorial waters. Key facts: total Indian crew members on board, 28. Vessel flag, Mozambique. Location of incident, Iranian territorial waters. Confirmation provided via official statements by the Indian embassy. FIFA World Cup carbon neutrality controversy. Researchers developed a computer model to assess the carbon footprint of the World Cup after FIFA failed to release official emissions data. Key facts: the tournament was originally marketed as carbon neutral. Independent researchers constructed a computer model to evaluate real emissions data. The controversy highlights transparency issues in major sports event sustainability claims. Decline of Earth's migratory birds. Studies show that over half of Earth's migratory bird species are declining, necessitating a shift towards full annual cycle conservation. Key facts: over 50% of migratory bird species globally are facing a population decline. Conservation strategies must encompass breeding grounds, non-breeding homes, and migratory routes. Habitat destruction is a primary driver of the population reduction. Static GK, the Bonn Convention, Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species of Wild Animals, is an intergovernmental treaty under the United Nations Environment Programme. SpaceX Starship second test flight. SpaceX launched its Starship on its second test flight carrying advanced Starlink satellites. Background: Starship is designed to be a fully reusable transportation system, crew and cargo capable for Earth orbit, Moon, Mars, and beyond. Key facts: this was the 13th flight of the world's biggest and most powerful rocket. It was the second flight this year of the new version dubbed V3. The payload included advanced Starlink satellites. U.S. Senate bill seeks H-1B visa pause. A newly introduced bill in the United States Senate proposes a 3-year pause on H-1B visas and seeks to codify a heavy fee. Background: the H-1B visa program allows U.S. employers to temporarily employ foreign workers in specialty occupations. Key facts: the bill proposes a 3-year pause on H-1B visas. It seeks to codify a $100,000 fee initially imposed during the Trump administration. The fee was previously struck down by a federal court. Moving on to news related to state, Andhra Pradesh. Commerce Ministry officials discuss tobacco farmers' issues in Andhra Pradesh. Senior officials from the Union Ministry of Commerce held discussions with the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister to address severe challenges faced by tobacco farmers. Key facts: 3 primary proposals were deliberated: interest-free working capital loans, financial incentives, and price deficit compensation. The meeting aimed to mitigate distress among tobacco cultivators in Andhra Pradesh. New railway lines between Guntakal and Ballari approved. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister thanked the Prime Minister for approving new railway lines connecting Guntakal and Ballari to strengthen the east-west rail corridor. Key facts: new railway lines approved between Guntakal and Ballari, aimed at strengthening the east-west rail corridor, expected to significantly enhance regional connectivity. Nandyal Water Conservation Campaign. Nandyal district is strengthening its water conservation infrastructure under a targeted campaign. Key facts: campaign duration, 4th July to 4th August. Core principle: catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. Implemented in convergence with multiple government departments. Hyderabad Metro VGF and Central Aid status for Andhra Pradesh. The central government allocated viability gap funding for the Hyderabad Metro while noting the absence of operational or under construction metro projects in Andhra Pradesh. Key facts: Hyderabad Metro received 1,204 crores rupees as viability gap funding. No central financial assistance was released for Andhra Pradesh due to the lack of operational or under construction metro rail infrastructure in the state. Guntakal-Ballari Rail Project approved. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu and Deputy Chief Minister Shri Pawan Kalyan thanked the central government for approving the Guntakal-Ballari Railway Line project. Background: the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved infrastructure upgrades to improve connectivity and freight movement across Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Key facts: approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi on 24th July. Covers the construction of the 3rd and 4th lines of the Ballari-Guntakal section. Total project cost is approximately 1,264 crore rupees. Spans across the states of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. AP Youth Congress and NSUI hunger strike. Andhra Pradesh Youth Congress and National Students Union of India announced a hunger strike demanding the resignation of the Union Minister over examination leaks. Background: recent controversies surrounding competitive examination paper leaks have triggered nationwide student protests and political friction. Key facts: organized by Andhra Pradesh Youth Congress and National Students Union of India. Protest demands the resignation of the Union Minister. Triggered by alleged nationwide examination paper leaks and police lathi charge on students at Jantar Mantar, New Delhi. This is all for now. Let us meet again in the next session of Current Affairs. Until then, test your knowledge by attempting quizzes. If our resources are useful to you and think may benefit your friends, well-wishers and neighborhood, share the links to them. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss latest updates.